Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, Tariq, so I will admit when I am wrong, right? When I'm uneducated about a subject matter, right? So,
yeah, that has nothing to do with things that we just may have talked about.
I don't know about that. Hey, I just can listen to it.
It turns out this isn't just some fake secret identity. This is a real thing that's happening.
Right, so thanks to our audience who somehow sits through our weekly insane rambling, right? I have been informed of something about the show that I think you and I have been confusing with, right? And so the free agents, like the granites that pop up, like they aren't humans. They're straight up granites that takes on human appearance.
Yeah, I knew that.
Right,
They're not
I found out.
Living.
So
They're
for the
just
last
like the Gochizo.
13 episodes, where I thought that every granite was like making like a contract or something, right? Like they're looking for like humans.
They're the Gochizo. I understood that completely. The Gochizo are Shoma's agents. The agents are the rest
no,
of the
not the agents, the free agents. I'm not.
What do you mean the free agents? What do you mean the free agents? You mean the part-timers?
Oh, part-timers, wherever the fuck. I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Okay, yeah, the
free agent
part-timers.
with Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
now. Fuck.
Okay, the part-timers. No, they're not humans.
Okay.
They're just people that they hire. They kidnap off the. They are drug dealing.
Yeah. So I've been
other
thinking that the part-timers this time were like actually humans that they pick up the.
No. They are. This is 100% the 80s and Reagan's America, and they are putting drugs in the community, and they are going. If you want more drugs, you got to sell more drugs.
Yeah.
And they're.
Yeah, I mean I knew that. No, but I didn't know that the granites, that the human personas are actually just straight up the granites human persona. I literally thought this entire time that they would take a granite and be like, hey man, or they would approach like a straight up average Joe, like, hey man, you want to try this drug? And then that transforms them into the granite.
If anything, I think that it's only with the the little USB thing that the Stomach family gives them that they're able to look like humans. I think that's the Stomach family's technology, and that they give them to the part-timers so they can disguise themselves as humans to
So that's why I did not realize that. I have been thinking since the show.
You have been having a lot of revelations.
I thought this was a double situation, right? When you gave them the USB drugs.
It is a double thing, but it's different than double in the sense that the monsters are monsters. It's still a family running this thing and selling these drugs. It's just
I didn't realize that. I thought it was humans becoming monsters. I didn't realize it was this entire time it was monsters becoming humans. All right, that was my mix-up. So you've
had a hell of a week, haven't you? Just a whole.
Oh man, look, I'm finding out about so much stuff. Right, I'm learning, hey, that's the thing.
It's always good to learn more. It's always good to,
hey, look, that's the thing, right? That's the thing as a human, you learn when you're qualified for a job and to step down and say, hey, right? But you should probably learn before you step down from a job to just in case if you ever need to go back to your other job before taking out a boombox and saying, hey, fuck you guys, I quit. And then finding out
to be fair, if your old job was about to set out an internal investigation for workplace harassment, it might be good to get out of that job anyway, and having this other job in the wings, whether it actually pans out or not, might be just the excuse you need to get out of your old job.
Mm-hmm. But now you're just straight up out of a job, and you have to live stream from your 1-bedroom apartment. Boy, man, that guy. He does not have good.
Look. If there's one thing that I know, it's that certain former members of Congress definitely know quite a bit about how to make money selling videos on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Or they sold their stocks ahead of time before the rest of the public knows. Finds out about it.
That's just all of them.
I don't know. What is it? Tim once he didn't have any stocks, right? He decided, hey, look, stocks. I don't know what the fuck that is, Hey, man, the only stocks I know is some chicken stock, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, you know, right? Well, man, you kids today with your weird words, your brain rot, and your cook. I don't know what any of those
And your
words
coin
mean,
bits, all those bits of coins that you have floating around.
Right? You know, hey man, PlayStation 5. Well, what is that? Can it play Crazy Taxi? You know? Right? Right?
What do you mean
think
they're
I
on-
can play Crazy Taxi with someone that lives in a house further away from me? Right?
What do you mean there's more than one Final Fantasy? It's the Final Fantasy.
Right? Alright, hey, it is Kamen Rider Gavv, episode 13. Promised homemade cake.
Yeah, I'll be honest, this is one of those... So, again, this has been a weird season for me because I have to, get past a lot of my own personal biases, against sweets, candy, just a lot of things that are absolutely fucking revolting to me. Just to be cool with, like, the transformation devices of this season and the forms and everything. This is something that, in concept, I recognize, but I don't actually know anybody that's ever had a bouche de Noël, like, cake. I've never seen one in the wild. I don't know.
I feel like I've seen that cake, but not made. Like, I've seen, like, the shape of that cake, you know?
Yeah, I've
right?
seen that. I mean, I've seen it, but I just don't know any... I don't know what... I understand that it's a Christmas thing, but I don't know for what culture is this commonplace. Like, it's not something that's common with Black America. I would not think it's anything really that common with Asian America. I don't know.
According to Wikipedia, it is popular in a lot of French and French adjacent countries. You know, right? Countries that may have been visited by France, invaded by France.
Would you know anything about that?
Boy, man, I feel like there's a reason why I eat this. My parents buy this cake every year to eat during Christmas.
Okay, so wait, so you do know about it then?
Yeah, but I did not know it had a name. I didn't know its actual full...
You just call it the log cake or whatever?
Yeah, I've been calling it the log cake for the last... How many? I was like, oh man.
Do you think that they're eating cakes like this up in Ohio?
I don't know. Look,
Haiti has been famously manhandled by the French.
Right. It depends on what they're cooking up in Ohio. You know. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're out there. They're eating the cakes.
I've ever heard
they're eating the cakes
by this name. You know, right? I was like, when they said this, I was like, what the fuck is this word? I actually had to pause this episode and Google what this was. And I was like,
is it not just like Christmas roll or something? I didn't look it up, but Noel, I just went, I don't know, it's a Christmas bush.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Yule log apparently, or a log cake.
Okay, sure,
right?
yeah, Yule log.
But I've never heard it called Boucher de Noël.
Bouche de Noël, the French. I mean, it seems like some French shit. This episode is all about, hey kids, it's getting ready for Christmas time. We're going straight from one This has gotta be the most slam dunk home run write it and send it season in terms of having to think up how to make themed episodes around holidays and stuff. It's not again, I think that the last real commercial holiday that got roped into Kamen Rider was the Wizard Santa episode, or maybe it was X-Aid. I don't remember when that last time.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I was with Christmas. Actually, I mean, we have Christmas theme, you know, right?
Yeah, but where it's explicitly part of the narrative of.
I mean, wasn't it X-Aid, you know, right? Because there was that whole. It's every year that fucking clip of the actress for Poppy singing Jingle Bells, but all she says is her fucking name like a Pokemon. It gets posted, and I fucking hate it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh fuck, I forgot. Wow, that is a repressed memory.
The only reason
so
I
it's
know
X-ing.
about it is because every fucking year that clip gets posted. Like, hey, is that look? It's like how Mariah Carey reawakens every no, right?
Yeah, she pops out like Rita Repulsa going after 10
11
and a
months,
half months I'm fine. 10 and a half
right?
months I'm
Every
finally
year
free.
that fucking Poppy clip gets reposted. I'm like, fuck, right? Right, and all she does is say her name like a Pokemon.
Poppy P and Peepo Pop. Yeah,
Right?
fuck.
That's all she does in
Yeah.
that goddamn song. And you just see the fucking level 1 Chibi Xane in the background just playing. Man, that suit actor is just living it up at this point. He's like, yeah, fucking I'm here, you know, right? Yeah, sure, this is what they want.
Look, man, I'm getting paid. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know, like, fuck
so
it.
hey.
I don't have to run around for once, you know. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't give a right.
But
yeah,
anyway, it's an episode that is quietly about obscure Yule cake and loudly about familial abuse and mysterious backroom like dealings and experimentation. Because hey, we start off right on the bat, thickening up. Speaking of cake, making things a lot thicker with the plot about Dente having no idea what the fuck Shoma is talking about making a human into a goddamn, able to transform into a goddamn Kamen Rider, which
that was fucking crazy.
To me,
well, what a
if this
ridiculous
is-
concept, you know?
if
right?
this is the game of Clue, great grand uncle Dente is off the board. He is not part of.
Boy,
is
man,
not a suspect anymore.
do you think he's fake? He's like, oh man, what? Wow, I never heard of such a. That's a crazy statement. You show
I mean,
him. Wow.
he does say while talking to Shoma that, hey, it's okay, some of your memories are fucked up. That happens sometimes. So maybe he doesn't even remember what he's done.
Right? Hey, don't ask my father Dente where he was, where he
Yeah.
was in 1942. You know, right?
Yeah, there's a reason why he lives in a cave. Okay. This
Oh
is
man, does
his
he know that the
Argentina.
war? Does he know that the war's
This
over?
is his
right.
This is great grand uncle Dente's Argentina. Okay, the human world.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, so Shoma talking like, yeah, hey, there's this guy named Honto, you know, we're friends,
Yeah.
you know, right? Look,
Yeah,
we
anyway,
see
that
each other
doesn't-
shirtless,
that-
but that's only because, that's only because
That's only because I was trying
Band-Aids,
to.
you know.
That was only because I was trying to put band-aids on him poorly, and I didn't do anything weird with his nipples. I promise. I wanted
Yeah,
to know how
Mrs.
humans
Mother,
tasted, but in a different
you know,
way.
All right, so yeah, so I've been hearing a popular theory be going around that it was Shoma, right? That could have been the wolf.
That's actually a really good theory, because I do think that on the drawing of that Honto has, that Granute does seem to have a red Gavv. So that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Right, and then even though that we still do not know what the fuck Shoma is, right? It's like a camera. Like, is he a tooth? Is he a kangaroo? Right? His foot. Right, and I'm only looking at this for scientific purposes, you know. I'm not doing anything weird, you know. Like, if you actually look at the foot design of Gavv, right, it is a beast-like foot. Like, it is not like
He does. There is this whole thing where he does go kind of like feral when he transforms.
Right, yeah, like his foot design is actually like not like a shoe, and it's more like a feral beast type of foot, you know. So yeah, so it says like. So that is a popular theory that's been going around that Shoma might be related, you know, right? Like he might know more.
I think that's a good theory. There's some solid basis to that. Okay. All right. I'm still what they're cooking. It isn't the worst.
There's evidence there, you know, for you to support. You know, that's a pretty good theory. You know, hey, look, if that is true, hey, I'll be fine. Hey, look, they're hitting at it, you know, right? Look, as long as that's something
I'm
fucking
game
stupid,
for that theory. Okay?
You know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. He's like, hey, look, don't worry, Grandpa. Here's some. Hey, look, I brought you some human food, you know, right? You ever have whatever?
Yeah.
I think potato chips is what he brought them. Pork rinds.
Yeah,
right?
he brought him some more snacks and shit. Hey, great grand uncle Dente ain't gonna be living long on the diet Shoma's giving him.
Nah. Hey, look. He's been high on it. I think he's doing fine, you know. Right. Yeah.
Anyway, hey, it's time to go back to the Wonder Twins. They're out here. They're angry. they're.
They want to get their revenge, you know. Once again,
yeah, they want to get their revenge.
Right, I still think that their plan is completely flawed.
Same alley. This alley like location has gotten so much like action in the just as a use as like a setting for people to talk in, even like not even for like backroom drugs deals to happen, but also just characters hiding out in this exact alley is happening so fucking often.
Man, do you think it has to do with the purpose? Like, oh man, look, this is how much time we got. We might as well just film as much random shit as we can in this alley, you know, right?
Yeah.
Before the police officer comes, like, hey, what are you guys doing in here? Hey, are you guys allowed to film in here? You know?
Yeah.
Right. So going back to the Wonder Twins, I feel like once again the Wonder Twins aren't exactly losing, right? For their revenge. They're still part of the family, right? Like what is it? Longo has not disowned them. He has not said, hey, your inheritance cut off. Access to the family credit card cut off. The house keys, I'm changing the code, right?
Even
right? we get to Glotta like talking to him like, hey, you know our youngest siblings just ran off and are going apeshit, right? He's like, kids will be kids. Let them go be. That'll be fine. What's the worst that they could do? Let it go out of their system. Like, he's still being very relaxed about, like, reining them in. Right, you know, right? Like, so, like, the Wonder Twins have not, like, they're not actually out of, like, they're just acting out, like, oh, man. Like, they still have an in
to be
with
fair,
the family.
they are two
They just lost their job. That's it. Hey,
yeah,
look.
They are spoiled rich kids, and they don't like having things taken away from them.
They cannot comprehend the idea of people working a 9 to 5. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They like being nepo babies that got their job without having to try.
Right. Yeah. So then, Shoma wants to learn how to make. He's like, oh man, this thing is crazy. Yeah. What the fuck is this?
Shoma is also confused by the existence of the log cake. But luckily Sachika is here to teach Shoma, honestly, one of the more complex things to try and figure out, which is baking. Somehow baking...
I don't know again, she wants to teach how to make this Yule cake, but I feel like you should at least let him start with like a basic cake. First of all,
just
right? Because there's a swirl pattern in this cake.
She asks him to look at this book, like this baking cookbook, and just like figure out like what kind of cake he wants. And I wish he had picked a wedding cake as his first one, but like she should have just been like, here's a fucking easy bake oven. I got this from 1997. Go wild, kid. Like, don't burn down the house.
Yeah, before look, you gotta do baby steps, you know, right? Yeah, you can't just go start off with this.
Instead of a bûche de Noël, he should have gotten a fucking cupcake.
Oh yeah, start something small with it, right? Yeah, I think it's absolutely see that I'll agree for him to do this, right?
Strawberry cake. Yeah, we can figure this out. Let's go from instead of 101 to class 207.
Right, I think it's absolutely crazy how she reluctantly agrees when Shaw was like, she doesn't think. I was like, yeah, that's fine, you know, right? So what if you just found out what a cake was like 3 minutes ago? Yeah, that's the perfect time for you to look. Now that you learned about it, you gotta make it. Yeah, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right, like that. That's the only way. That's the only evolution for to go forward. You know, with this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then meanwhile back in the Grand Knight world, hey, Rage 9, I believe is what this guy's name is.
Yeah, so here's the problem I have, right? So his everybody keeps spelling it as LAGE 9. I gotta look at exactly what his...
I mean, I assume this is just another Japanese R, L and R.
But here's the thing: the website, the Gavv website has been giving us their intended spellings of the Granutes. So let me go to
that is official spelling of his name, right?
Yeah, it's Ra. So it is the phonetic spelling is Rage 9. So it's not even rage, right? The pronunciation is a g. It's a ra and a ge sound, right? So let's just go to where fucking give me my reference. They don't. Give me the fucking link to the website. Hold on, I gotta find the. I have to go to a granute, any given granute, so I can go to the goddamn website where it lists what the fuck it says. There we go. Gavv official. Enemy. All right, there we go. Enemy index. I don't need it translated. Thank you very much. I'm good enough. Okay. All right, we got Hound. Going back. Blah blah blah. We got the agents. They have not put Rage 9 in the database yet. I cannot confirm.
Okay.
But I can confirm that this week's other Granute that shows up that they fight against is named Rojo. That is his full God-given name. It is spelled, honestly, it is spelled. This is how they are spelling it. Nope, not that. That was autocorrect. That was autocorrect. It is spelled like that on the official website, and that's fucking insane.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, he's alright, so hey, there's current rumors going around, there's like a current speculation going around boy, man, I just went to the I'm still on the Wikipedia page for Gavv, right? So on the main Wikipedia page, okay? Right? They have his name spelled as Rage 9. But when you go to the sub page for Gavv, the list of Kamen Rider Gavv character, they have his name spelled as Lage 9. I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is it?
Right.
Boy, even though Wikipedia doesn't know.
This is why I'm like, it's definitely Rage. Like, just reading the fucking Japanese, it's Rage. You don't have to fucking, like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's Rage. I don't know why they're spelling it Lage, but I also don't know why people are reading it as...
This just has to be another L and R, right?
But I also don't know how people are reading it, could be reading it as Rage.
I mean, I did it just read like when you read out phonetically, right? It's like Rage, like Rage, you know, right? Like they just pronounce it as...
But this is like reading Kamen Rider Jin and thinking that it's spelled... Like, it's the difference between Jin, G-I-N, and Jin, J-I-N, right? If you know that it's Japanese, you know that if somebody's name is G-I-N, they're not talking about the fucking alcohol.
Right, yeah. It's really weird. But anyway, yeah, hey, people are speculating, like, the rumor mill right now is that this guy is gonna be our tertiary Kamen Rider.
Our tertiary rider. I understand that theory. To an extent, it makes sense, because if we've gotten Shoma, who is naturally the combination of a Granute and a human, and we have Hanto, who is the artificially induced human with Granute abilities, the next logical step in creating a third rider is a Granute given human abilities.
Oh man, you're thinking way too hard. The only reason people are speculating that is because according to the rumors, right, one of the Gochizo he used is the jellyfish Gochizo or some weird thing like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my thing because my thing is smarter.
You know, right? That's like the only reason people are speculating that he's gonna be the third share.
Nope,
because he's a jellyfish thief. The next cover supposedly used jellyfish in his design. I don't know what the fuck a jellyfish Gochizo is. Like, what the fuck is that?
You think? I'm sorry. So Shoma's has made Gochizo based off of eating gummy candies, chips, marshmallows, hard candy, chocolate. And do you think that he's gonna all of a sudden make a Gochizo because he has some fucking jellyfish noodles?
I was like, I don't know what the fuck you can eat right? That to produce something that's like a jellyfish gochizo, right?
You think we're
Right?
gonna have a beach episode in fucking January, and he's gonna go and swallow a jellyfish by accident and shit out a gochizo?
Like the only thing I can think of is like he's like a gummy candy that resembles a jellyfish. Yeah, all right, and they show tunnel vision. So I was like, yeah, man, look, he ate a gummy jellyfish. It produced
That's
the
the
jellyfish.
dumbest. That's the dumbest. That's so fucking dumb. That's so fucking dumb. I'm choosing my thing. My thing makes sense. Their thing is stupid.
Right, no, that's the thing. Like I have no idea how the fuck a jellyfish gochizo can even exist within the show, right?
Yeah, like that doesn't make any sense. Like a yeah, especially considering the hypothetical, not yet confirmed, but definitely like considering the like
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, no, wait. Hold on, let me okay, I misremembered the leak. So I'm sorry. He doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't. It's not a jellyfish. So he has two forms, a pudding and a jelly form. Okay, that's what I got it mixed up with.
Right,
okay.
yeah. Which is just right based off of the authenticity of that. I don't know where you'd even get like a jellyfish thing, but yeah, he's a jellyfish. He's gonna go into something else that's jiggly. That's why he'll become Kamen Rider Jiggle.
Yeah.
Totally. Anyway, yeah, so Neil is doing some backroom fucking experiments on.
Hey,
on
look,
Mr. Jellyfish.
it's not technically a back room, you know, right?
It's a back room in the mansion. It's his weird sex dungeon.
I mean, Largo's like, he's like, okay, he's like, do I have to sign off? Do I have to sign off on this? You know, right? Right,
Hey,
all
look,
right,
just
yeah,
make sure
sure,
that
go ahead, you know, hey, do what you want,
clean
you
up-
know.
just make sure that you clean up whatever you do afterwards.
He no longer exists in Grand Youth Society, you know. We have already removed his name.
Yeah,
You know.
he's as far as the police know, this man never existed.
Yeah,
as far as the Grand Youth police know.
he left town, you know, right? Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, meanwhile,
okay.
Hanto is doing his best
he's-
case of investigative journalism, just listening to what other people are saying, you know, right?
Well,
he's on
and
the-
also, hey, he's checking his notes, he's double checking his story, making sure he's covering all the typos. He's got Grammarly on his tablet. He's making sure that his here's the thing though, right? So this goes back to what I said. It wasn't during the last arc that we had where it was Shoma when Shoma was at the restaurant spending his like paycheck on like eating sushi and stuff 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
At this point, right, Shoma is a more employed person than Hanto, right?
Oh, yeah, no,
as
because his
far
boss
as
is dead. I don't know who is.
Well, not
signing
only
his
that,
paycheck.
he is a freelance writer, which when you're not writing articles or the only article that you've been working on is about monsters that you haven't published anything about it for, that just means you're unemployed, right? He has no other money that he's making. If you don't make a story, as a freelance writer,
do you think
paid.
he's still masquerading at his boss? Right back at the company, saying, "Yeah, hey, look,
Oh my
yes, it is
god, that's
I."
crazy! If he's just sending out emails from his boss's account, now that's a wild move. That sounds like something I might have to do sometime soon, copying in my boss's footsteps.
Look. Whenever he's a black market, he's a black market journalist, you know, right? He's seen the movie. Was it not Drive? Fuck, what was the movie with
Weekend
Ryan
at Bernie's.
Gosling?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh yeah,
No,
Weekend
no.
at Bernie's. No.
No, not Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at
What was the one Ryan?
Weekend at Bernie's 2? Weekend at Bernie's 2. That's what you're thinking of.
No, it's not. No, it's the one where he plays like the journalist, right? That does like illegal stuff. With Ryan Gosling.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. Yeah. I think he's in his Nightcrawler saga right now. You know, right?
Oh, do you think that Hanto's gonna learn how to teleport too?
He's doing what we can here, right? But yeah, no, I just love how once again, I like how this show has now reached a point where in order to progress our character forward, that they have to be at a happenstance. I'm like, oh man, good thing we happen to be here, you know, listening.
Good thing we happen to be here. Good thing I happen to check the fucking Twitter notifications for. I have a Google alert set out for any time that the hashtag Kamen Rider comes up.
right? Like this, like it reached the point where the show's not a happenstance, right? It feels really fucking weird. Like, oh man, can this show that naturally, like the plot can?
I
the
mean,
plot just,
to be fair, right? The way
it
that
was already
I mean, I'm trying
insane,
to think
you know,
of,
right? With last episode.
I'm trying to think of a Kamen Rider that was more like. There are some Kamen Riders again where it's like you have your Revice where it's like it's literally their job to fight enemies, or you know, Geats where it's like, you know, they're thrown into like a death game or something, right? But there's very rarely a time in Kamen Rider where it's like, oh yeah, we're just like we're not just stumbling upon the monster of the week, or the monster of the week isn't just actively
just happened to be crossing our path. Like we were doing something completely different, you know?
Usually the enemies either have to go out of their way to target them, or are not, like, or they just stumble into them, unless the Kamen Riders themselves are, like, double, where they, like, that's their job. They're searching out cases. This is, like, or, Gaim, where it's like, these are monsters breaking through fucking, like, this dimension thing, and it's this shady organization and all this stuff. Like, you've got to either, it's got to be one or the other, and then in the middle is just people fucking randomly finding shit.
Yeah, I mean, but I just think it's just funny how, right, like, so it makes sense for him to just be randomly, having, for him to walk into the mall like, oh, hey, like, hey, guy, it's me. Sure, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Hey, man, well, what's, man, well, what, hey, man, why does that guy have his arm tied up? You have a bag over him. And what's with those, what's with that rope tied to his leg, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a big rock there. What are you guys about to do? That's crazy, you know? What's going on? You guys have any snacks, by the way?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think it's funny how like the whole way Hato like he just happens to go on Twitter, like he's not investigating any, he just heard people talk about Kamen Rider, like, oh man, hey, that's a good idea. Let me look up Kamen Rider.
The funny thing is that the twins have been doing all of this, like the whole Stomach family has been doing all of this shit to like try and catch the Red Gavv, and it's like they don't realize that if they just got on Twitter and basically put out a fake distress signal, like, which would just be a tweet that a fucking tagged him in a tweet and said at Kamen Rider, hashtag Kamen Rider, please save me, he'd show up and just fucking like show up and they immediately.
Man, do you think does the Great Youth Society have Twitter? You know,
no,
right?
I'm just saying they have some access to social media or whatever. But the Grand Youth part-timers that they send out understand human technology enough. They understand the human world enough to, like, they should at least know what social media is. They have their own communication stuff. They might as well just fucking, like, take a look at what Elon's saying.
Right, but yeah, I just think it's funny how Hato just happens to be on I just happens to be on Twitter, like, oh man, fucking, hey, yeah, oh man, this is a scoop, you know, right, hey, this is gonna work out, you know. Right, yeah, then, hey, look, and then Shoma and Sachika, they got all the ingredients to build the cake.
Meanwhile, on the C plot, which is Shoma wanting to make a cake, it's, hey, happy fun times, it's a montage of Shoma being too strong and too forceful and not knowing how to, bake cakes. Again, should have started him out on something easy, don't know why you did this. Also, Sachika's microwave oven, whatever thing, like, small, like, convection oven, has a bunch of, I assume, magnet animal asses on it, which I feel like you shouldn't have magnets on a microwave.
Oh, is there? Man, did I miss? Oh,
okay.
I mean, is it?
So,
oh yeah, you're right. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I
see it
assume
now.
that's something where it's like there are two halves, and there's like a top half and a bottom half. But that's still putting magnets on your fucking, like, radio wave fucking based, microwave based, like, cooking implement, and I feel like that's a bad thing.
I mean, let's can you put magnets on a microwave? Yes, you can put magnets on a microwave.
Okay.
They won't harm the appliance, as the magnet casing of the microwave prevents any interference from the magnetic field. Although, it is generally not recommended to put magnets on the control panel. Okay, so you can put it.
All right, so the electronics can't have a magnet.
Yeah,
The digital display can't have a magnet. But the sides are A-okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Man.
Thank you, Google AI. Right? Saving me the trouble of reading the original source of this information. Right? Yeah. But hey, look, it's time. All right, Shoma. Hey, can you look at this microwave while I leave? Can you promise not to?
Yeah, make sure you don't burn the house down. Don't burn down Helen Keller's house, okay?
Right? Do not put any tinfoil in this microwave while I'm gone.
Don't try to dry your phone in the microwave, okay? It's made out of complete fucking plastic. It's definitely not a real phone.
Right? Yeah. Then so Hanto's going around. He's searching. He's investigating the
There's
musician.
a missing person case. He picks up on a missing persons case, and boy, I mean, there's definitely some truth to it that, like, people do, like, when they're desperate and looking for somebody, they just kind of, like, put out social media feelers of, like, have you seen this person? But, like, the idea of having to go on, the fact of, like, Twitter being the only possible, like, help that you could get when there are monsters attacking and swallowing people up is like, well.
I mean that's like the reach the point like the age, right? Right? Because if you're in like local Facebook groups, right, or like even on Reddit and states like that, people will like in the specific county, right? People are like, hey, missing person.
I mean, yeah. No, I get that.
And it's just a new way of getting like information out now,
Yeah.
It's just walking up to actual random, like walking up to the musician or like people who are actively in the air, like the tissue people.
The people that are selling, the people that are trying to like sell coupons and shit. Yeah.
Right, like it makes sense to ask those people, hey, have you seen this? Makes sense, but what? Walking to like two couples that are, I guess, on like a date or something. Hey, have you guys seen this guy? Right? Yeah. Hey, you have a guitar, right? This guy I'm looking for also had a guitar.
If you're busking the streets, you might have seen this other guy busking the streets.
Right? I just think, like him asking like the first like heavy metal golf.
Yeah, person asking for like who's doing. Also, I've never seen someone on the streets doing hard rock. It's usually douchebags in the park or somebody sad on the street with like a saxophone or something, like playing some stuff with a.
Also, this is like such an insane location. He's like on like like he's not even like on flat. I mean, he's on flat ground, right? He's on like, but he's like on like the passing between going up and down, right? Like he's not at the top of the stairs or at the bottom of the stairs. He's like using like that place like on stairs where they just happen to put like the break area, for people to walk.
Where it just stops,
Right, to get people like to get their footing, right? But he's like just taking like actual public space. Like if he was like anywhere else, I'd be like fine with it. But this guy's absolutely unhinged. He's like, man, hey, this is probably not the best place for you to be doing like your little one-man musical show. Hey, I just say you gotta pay rent.
Especially if you want people to stop, hear your music, and give you money.
Right, but yeah, I just think he's absolutely crazy.
But don't worry, our Granude of the Week has the perfect plan, ripped straight out of every college campus. He's sitting on the lawn playing Wonderwall with his acoustic guitar.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, and I think so he's a what is he this? What is this week's
He is a crab. He is a crab. His stage name literally says Connie, which is just crab. But then also, he's a crab Granude. His name is Rojo, according to the index. It says it. We've seen it. His name is Rojo. Not Joe Rogan, but Rojo. He's a big blue crab. And somehow, Valen, with all of his investigation, only finds him seconds before Shoma does, with just sending out his little gremlins to go find, like, something suspicious.
I mean, look, having Pikmins is pretty good, right? Imagine all the
less Shoma's, not only is Shoma more employed than Hanto, he's almost as good of an investigative journalist as him with his grassroots gang of his Sherlock Holmes army of orphans that he employs and street urchins to go flood the streets of Japan to go find problems.
Yeah. I love how then he immediately gets distracted. Instead of fighting the Granude, he gets shot by the agent, and he's like, he got this. Valen got this, right? Yeah, he has an upgrade form. He has an upgrade form now,
You got an upgrade form now. Yeah, you can do it. And Sure, Honto's just happy to, like, have a fight where he can maybe prove himself and not get his ass beat by himself. Because, again, he's still... I mean, Valid so far has done better than, fucking Valvarad did last season, but he's not doing great by himself, right? He's struggling. He's struggling to get his wins, which is fine. He's still getting wins. He's just struggling. But don't worry, he doesn't struggle this time. This time, he's having fun. He's getting things ready. He's greasing the wheels.
Man, this is such an insane sequence that happens after this. I was fucking losing. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was laughing. I genuinely was laughing just out of, like, not really confusion, but just at the absolute insane decision to make, like, to shoot this whole scene and make it this way. I can't think of another, like, I can't think of the last time that we had a Kamen Rider series just, like, go completely goofy on us.
This is such an off-the-hinge moment that happens, you know? I was like, what the fuck is
maybe the last time was, like, Build? Like, I can't, because Zio, I don't feel like had any real moments like this. Maybe we got some in, I mean, 01 is just Aruto making jokes all the time, right? But there's never been, like, an extended sequence done in, like, this tone and, like, you know, like, this filming, this cinematography, like, joke.
Oh,
of, like,
it's just straight up turns into, like, a B-shoujo drama or whatever?
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck, right? It's
right, where we
absolutely... It's just so fucking out of nowhere. I was like, oh, hey look, you gotta, for every time, very dark, you gotta put in something light and fluffy, you know, right? You gotta break it up, you know?
Again, I appreciate it. Also, I don't think that if you shoot a bullet, I understand that his gun shoots chocolate balls, right? But if you shoot a bullet and it bounces off somebody, and then it falls in the water, I don't think that the first thing that you should do is kick the bullet. I don't think that's gonna be an effective tool.
I don't. He's just redirecting. The force, you know.
But luckily,
right?
I guess luckily Valen is an expert at geometry and physics, and he knows exactly where the angle.
Captain America does it all the time, you know, right?
The angle
but he calculated.
He knows how to kick the chocolate ball at the perfect angle off the crab, bounce it on the to hit the box to knock over all of the presses of people. And he saved the day without having to fire a single shot. Or without having to kill anybody.
Look, he won, right? Look, I don't have to beat you. I just have to get these people free. That's it, you know, right?
Yeah.
That was my only go. You know, right? Yeah. And then he takes this moment, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen this man?
Just like he's been doing earlier in this episode, he goes back to, have you seen this monster? Hey, also, I feel like... I know that it doesn't really make sense for him to, right off the bat, show it to Shoma, but I do feel like, of anybody that he would show his fucking crayon drawing to, it would be Shoma.
Man, do you think he has shown this through Sakika? You know? Right?
God. I mean... we still don't really know the backstory between how they know each other. My theory continues to be that they knew each other in high school.
It's like a contract, like a contract thing.
I don't know. My theory is that because we know that Honto used to be like kind of like a delinquent in high school. My theory is that they knew each other in high school or something, and like, so she's known him for a while now, and she like they're not quite childhood friends, but they've known each other since.
Man,
like,
do you think?
school.
All right, like here's all right. But, like, that's the thing, like, do you think in high school he's shown this jolly to her when they're in high school?
I think he was showing kids up until the 7th grade, and then, he was showing kids up until, you know, 3rd year of junior high, which is 9th grade, and the minute he did it then, they started calling him a chunibyo, because it's like, oh, you're acting like an 8th grader now.
Yeah, look, I'm telling you guys, it's true. My mom was taken by this dog man as a kid. I have a drawing to prove it.
And they went, shut up, orphan, you stupid little orphan.
And it's crazy how, like at no point he has decided to, like, construct, like get a professional to, like, recreate this.
Not a single time that he's tried a professional recreation. It's 2024
right?
in this world.
Even if a person, it's like even if a person would be like, hey man, right? Like think about how like a police scanner, like or just like seek someone with like professional drawing. I was like, yeah, right. Somebody want me to draw? Okay.
But also in 2024, which is the canonical, because for the most part, Kamen Rider timelines run parallel to the real timeline of the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Didn't even try. Mr. Freelance Writer didn't even try to run this through fucking some Photoshop AI or something. You know,
Yes.
Didn't try it with some Jack GPT.
Imagine a wolfman with a big red stomach, with a big red mouth.
Yeah, in his mouth, and he just kidnapped my mom.
Right? Yeah, like he has been running with like this drawing that he was made as an 8-year-old, like the last.
Also, I really gotta point out, if it's happened 20 years ago, and let's, again, presuming he drew this on a piece of paper with, like, maybe colored pencils, seemingly crayons, that motherfucker would be beaten to all hell.
Alright, if the fact that he has to constantly fold it, right?
I have some shit from, like, elementary school that exists, but solely because I put it away and didn't touch it, and I've discovered it every now and then and go, oh yeah, I remember when I made this, and I look at it and then I close it back up and put it away. If I was carrying around a handmade drawing of my mother's kidnapper for 20 years,
this paper
all
should be beaten.
It would be fucking destroyed.
Right, there should be actually like actual tears in this thing. But yeah, I just thought
maybe once he got old enough to like middle school, he stopped showing it to people, but he started using the copy machine.
Oh, I mean, this doesn't look like a copy of the photo, right?
No, it doesn't. No, it looks like those straight up raw image.
Yeah.
It's just what he drew. It's so hilarious that it's still just a child's drawing of what they remember from a traumatic event, and it's like, right. I mean, I guess that's the best we can go off of.
Man, I feel like he should have just consulted, like just went to like some artist, like, hey man, can you draw this? Look, what's the context? Hey, it's for my D&D campaign. Yeah, that's what.
Hey, I want to go. Hey, art club at school. Hey, do you think you could like plus up this like drawing I made? I'm not very good at drawing. Could you try and do like a more realistic version of this? Yeah, I'll give you some. I could give some notes to like for what I'm thinking about, like for how to draw it. Yeah, I'll commission this again.
Yeah,
2024.
I have money,
2024.
Right? Hey, I have
2024. He could commission an artist off of fucking DeviantArt and get a better drawing.
Right. He just right. Didn't that's the reason why people think he's like because he keeps showing them like this child drawing like. Right, like there's nothing that's.
I mean, yes, like, hey. Yes. Well, if someone showed me, if someone was missing and they showed me their like child's stick figure drawing of this one's me and this one's mommy and this one's daddy, and I'm looking for this one, it's mommy, and it's just a fucking stick figure with a triangle dress like a fucking bathroom sign, I'm going, I'm sorry, kid, your mom's gone. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Right? It's fucking crazy, you know. And we just stopped, and then in that moment, the crowd like, oh, I don't want to deal with this fucking.
Yeah, this got weird. I was just into abducting people. I'm not here to help you find your mom.
Right. Everything up until now, I was fine with, but this, is too much for me.
Yeah, I draw the line here.
I'm gonna
leave. It's time for back to the actual plot, which is Gavv fighting against this one random agent, which. I'm taking as it's Sheeta and Jeeb's. Like,
no, it is. Yeah, I think their ages are white.
Right, because
Longo's ages are red.
They're white with
the red trim.
They're white with blue eyes. Like their thing has like they have blue lights and then white trim.
Because I know Longo's ages are just red. They have the red accent, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so I found out that this is just like one of those weird one-off forms. Like even though this is technically a one-off form, this is like the Christmas form, and right. I found out because this is like because every year Kamen Rider does this thing right? Where they mix cross promotion. They have to order the Kamen Rider cake, and you get the Kamen Rider themed trinket of the year. Right?
Yeah.
And it occurred to me, I don't think we have ever seen the Christmas trinket items ever implemented in the show, as far as I'm aware of. Like, I know they exist.
Well, again, going back to X-Aid, was there? No, there wasn't a Christmas game themed one. Wasn't there a Santa? Again, I swear to God, this is the one that I keep thinking of. There was a Santa like ring in
Oh,
Wizard.
is that?
Like, there's a.
Oh, is that
there's
how?
a whole,
I remember Santa Claus showing up, but was that how Santa Claus showed up in Wizard? Did he summon Santa?
I think
Right.
no. I think he saves Santa and then uses like a Christmas or something. I'm totally making this off the top of my saying this off the top of my dome. I feel like I can imagine the wizard driver saying like Christmas and some shit.
Right. But I don't think that's
Okay,
I don't remember the context of Santa Claus in
wiki.
Wizard.
I'm going on the wiki and I'm searching Christmas.
Yeah, boy,
Keep
that's
You,
boy,
you
that's
go.
such a you might
I'm
go
going,
back.
I'm looking for Christmas. I'm looking for Christmas.
Boy.
You keep going.
Hey, this form, it's fine.
It's okay. The helmet is kind of the helmet is the biggest.
I like
attractor
that
for me.
helmet more than I like the big shoulder. I think the shoulder pads are really fucking stupid. They're just
Really,
big.
I think the shoulder pads are the better thing. The helmet has that like dumb pompadour in the middle.
Oh yeah, I think if the helmet didn't have the middle log, it would have looked cool. I think that's like the only bad thing about the helmet. Like the other part of the helmet looks perfectly fine, right? I don't know. I think the shoulder pads are just really bulky for some reason. Like it's just like I understand what they're going for, right? Like oh yeah, this is the end of the log cake. I was like yeah, but I don't know. It feels kind of this thing looks kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Right. But
It's cool
it's,
that it has an axe. I will say that. Like, as far as like his physical forms, it's good to have him have like a kind of like big weapon for like. I like the variety in weapons that a Kamen Rider can have. Deno famously even though he has the same base like tool, it shows up differently for each of the different forms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this axe is also kind of really bland. It's just like it's only
it's a very generic like lazy axe, but at least it's something.
Right, like all they did was just paste the design of the Hulog on like the end of the blade and they call it an egg. I don't know. I feel like this axe. I feel like if it had like more accent color, right? Like if at the tip it had more of the Hulog element design, like as like the bottom, right? I don't
Yeah.
like this just being like a giant black stick with like this plastic axe head on it. It gets me, Right? I feel like they could have done a little more with this axe, right? But yeah,
yeah, they definitely it's a little under designed. I think it's more like there's a illustrative design to it. It's just they just made a very flat fucking like weapon. Like they didn't do anything to like mold it.
Yeah, right. Isn't that like with Zaku with the Zaku chip sword? Where you just see like, oh yeah, hey man, this design is sick as fuck. I like what they're doing with this. Right, but they definitely could have done more with this axe. But he goes into a new form just to beat up the grunt agent. It's like all right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And me get his ass beat by the Wonder Twins.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, turns out gun and sword and double sword is very good. Also, 2-on-1 is, don't bully. I still don't... This episode did make me think I'm not sure on the actual age of the twins, because Shoma does not seem that much older in the,
flashback?
In the throwback, in the flashback than them, and I don't really know how old they're supposed to be. But I'm assuming that it's still two younger siblings beating up their older sibling with fucking weapons.
Right, was it? Shoma's what? And have we confirmed it? Like, they said he's 20 in the show or something, right?
I don't think we've gotten it confirmed. I tried looking it up. I didn't see it.
I thought they have said what his age, or maybe I'm thinking of Honto. They said what Honto's age was. Do we have?
Honto is 24, I believe.
Let's see, age. Boy, look at the word age. Man, hey, boy, the word agent has the word age in it, so, boy, that does not help me. When I control F age on the wiki, that's a bad idea. I'm closing this page. That did not help me in any sense. That just made everything worse for me. But yeah. He immediately gets picked on by his older sibling. Like, hey, look, hey, you ruined us, right? We have to go to work now, right? We have to go do actual real work now. We can't do this, right? We don't know we don't know the effort of making of going to real work, right?
Yeah.
He immediately gets beamed
fuck yeah!
by both.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! I found it! I found it! There's a Merry
Uh-oh.
Christmas ring in Wizard.
Okay.
Episode 16 of Kamen Rider Wizard, The Miracle of Christmas. Fucking where is it? I'm reading the synopsis. Yeah. Back to the outside world after a reborn Phoenix takes his leave, Haruto finds that the present is the Merry Christmas ring and uses it to restore the destroyed gifts before the item fades away. As Tatsuro is caught delivering the presents to the orphanage by the owner, the two reconcile as Haruto wonders if the one who gave him the ring was the real Santa Claus himself. They straight up had a Santa Claus. There was a Christmas ring. I was right. I found it. I knew it was real. I knew this shit was real.
I've never Santa Claus appearing but I don't remember the context of Santa Claus. Okay, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. Anyway, these two androgynous twins beat the shit out of their older sibling. They got guns. They've got swords. I don't know why.
Look, the little Pikmins are trying. The little Pikmins are trying their best, right there.
I don't know why Shoma waited until the last minute to try using Gurukan against them, because it seems like that is his best form, barring the Bushel form this episode. It has the most firepower and hardiness. I don't know why you wouldn't just start with fucking machine gun.
I mean, it worked last time. That was the worst thing. Last time he did it, it worked perfectly fine, right?
Yeah.
Right? You think he realized, oh man, the reload time will be too much, I gotta set it up.
I gotta get the whole fucking. I gotta get my motorcycle to turn into a Gatling gun.
Right. I gotta summon that thing, right? It's a whole process. Yeah, he gets kicked off. He gets knocked off the cliff, and is Shoma gonna die? What's happening to him?
Is this gonna be the end of the whole series?
Oh man, is it over? Is it Shoma? Hey, ignore the preview. Don't look at the preview, right? Hey, look, Shoma might die, right? Hey, ignore that. Just close the episode. Just close the video as soon as the episode ends. Don't look at the preview at any point, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sachika comes back. He's like, "Hey, Shoma, are you home yet?"
Yeah, right? You at least made the cake and took it out of the oven and decorated the cake and put a bunch of strawberries on it. You didn't do anything to kind of really preserve it. It seems because it's just sitting on the table, right?
I mean. The worst part, this looks just like a regular. This looks like an actual cake, right? He just makes like a look. Yeah, there's strawberry and everything, but yeah, it's he immediately gets knocked out, and Shoma might die, or he might not.
Or he might not, or hey, he might just like Christ the Redeemer, a true king always returns.
Yeah, look. Hey, look, on Christmas. Look, he cannot die on Christmas. That's Jesus' birthday, all right?
Hey, and after 7 days, he arose. Hey, stay tuned next week. He might arise.
Right. All right. Is that it for this week's episode?
I believe so.
I think the Boucher de Noël format's fine. I feel like it's still missing.
It's just not... It's for a special form that is supposed to be like a tie-in thing of ooh, hey, look at Christmas, fancy, buy this. It's our own special form. It's okay. It's okay, but it's not enough to really, I feel like, it's just some, honestly, price grab thing for people to, try and be like, ooh.
Hey, boy, man, hey, good luck trying to get this Gochizo in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I can tell you now from what I read, the Gochizo situation is not looking good in Japan. boy,
The Gochizo market is out of control.
It is really bad, man. If you do not work for the toy store that gets these in stock, you are not buying those Gochizos, right? Yeah. Oh man, yeah, it is. The Gochizo market right now in Japan is crazy. All right. I think that's it for this week's episode. Anything else we need to address or go over it?
I mean, I just want to remind everyone that there was that episode of Kamen Rider Wizard where he had a Merry Christmas ring, and I'm saying this on the record so that the next time I forget, probably in a year from now, someone can remind me. Yes, I did talk about this already, and yes, I did find this out before, and now I am reminded again.
Oh my god, man, he's a
Kamen Rider Wizard had a Merry Christmas ring.
Man, these Gochizo prices are crazy. I'm looking at the Japanese market site right now. And I'm looking at Gochizo.
All right,
man,
send me a screenshot of that.
All right. That's it for this week's episode. All right, Kate, thanks. Bye. All right, Tariq. All right, so as you know, I do not know what is in anymore. I do not know what the youth are talking about, right?
Yeah, hey, that's what keeps us safe, right? Is not the more detached from what the childrens are doing, the less likely we are to be strange people.
Right, right? I don't know what is going on in Ohio. I don't know what people are cooking in Ohio, right? And all that stuff, right? I don't know who the youth follows anymore.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So all right. So I'm gonna let you know that approximately 2-3 weeks ago, I found out who Chapeau Rogue is. By the way, okay.
Okay. So you're. Let me just do some quick math here.
All right. I think there's a reason why I finally found out who Chapeau Rogue is. By the way, if based on our common
interest. Because of something that happened on a certain night.
Yeah, right, yeah, and that happens live, all right? So here's the thing. I've heard the name being thrown around beforehand, all right? I just didn't care who the person was, right? I was like, this has nothing to do with me, so I don't need to know who this person is. I just heard the name.
Literally,
all right, so
the song that I was introduced to her from came out a year ago, my guy. So, I don't know, man. The one that I keep hearing... that's driving me fucking insane came out 4 years ago, apparently. So we're both, I mean, to be fair, I only learned about her this year. I'm not exactly grandstanding, but boy,
all right,
man, you're
all right, but here's the thing.
Even later than me.
Okay, so as I didn't know who she was, I just knew the name. So I've heard the name being thrown around, right? But I didn't know who, what she did. Okay, so I want you to try to take a guess, right, of who you thought I thought Chapeau Rogue was before I found out who she actually was, okay? Alright, I'll give you a hint. Alright, so as you know, I like to just associate words with other words, alright? Alright, Chapeau Rogue has a very distinct first name that sounds awfully familiar to another famous person's name, okay?
So you thought maybe this was like Dave Chappelle's son.
Okay, you are very close. I thought this was just Dave Chappelle rebranding himself under like a drag name because, right?
That would be
right to get in with the trans community because he was trying to really backpedal on the fact that
is an insane way to. What a crazy! Wow. There is no. I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah,
that is a fucking wild.
I thought Chapeau Rogue was related to Dave Chappelle in some way, and the fact that he hates trans people. All right,
He doesn't. I won't even say that he hates them. I think he just doesn't understand it's a thing that his like comedy pilled brain just can't compute with. He and J.K. Rowling seems to genuinely hate trans people. Dave Chappelle seems to have a fundamental misunderstanding that will inevitably, I'm sure, turn into hate. But I'm just saying, is just incredibly ignorant and stupid on it.
Right. Yeah. So I thought the last, I don't know how much period of time before she made she was live on a certain night, you know. I thought there was just Dave Chappelle going around like performing under a different name this entire time.
Now I gotta go look up on Netflix. When did that Dave Chappelle stand-up come up? That
boy, that was like 2016, right? Sticks and Stones.
No. This was during This happened during COVID because we still liked him right before COVID. When was Jussie Smollett? When was the Juicy?
Oh no, 2000. Okay. It was not 2016. I got it mixed up. It was 2019. Okay, so easy.
So it was right around the end. It was right before COVID. Yep, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Because this is okay. That's the Jussie Smollett. No, I don't think he. Okay, that's the Sticks and Stones special. I want to say it's the one right after that. That's the one that like fucked him up.
Wasn't this the one where he talked about why he tried to make trans people drama about himself? You know, right?
I feel like it's the 2021 one, but maybe it was.
I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I know about Dave Chappelle is that every time
it's somewhere between 2019 and 2021.
Right. I just know that all of Dave Chappelle's trans joke is that he has to somehow make himself to be the victim and the one that's going through the struggle of trans people's hardship. You know, like, yeah, it's really hard for me, you know, right? I bet Dave Chappelle has had it harder than any trans person who has ever lived, you know, right?
Yes. Holy shit. Okay, so I just want to point out, now that we're on a completely separate tangent of talking about Chaperone, did you know that if...
that was my same entire bit about Chaperone, right? I was trying to segue into a Dave Chappelle bit.
Dave Chappelle, okay, look, this is my only point. So, a couple years ago, as you know, Dave Chappelle, native son of our area. And, so there's the Duke Ellington School of the Arts, one of the only, like, reputable, really well-renowned, like, art schools in, like, I would say the DC area. Certainly the most notable, most well-renowned, right? He attended it as a kid.
Okay.
A few years ago, he did, like, the commencement speech or graduation speech, I guess, for, I think it was the graduation speech. I can't tell. Okay. Because what I've found out now is that they have it on Netflix as a Netflix film. His speech at the Duke Ellington School of the Arts, which is just 40 minutes, but it's listed in films, and I gotta say, the way that it's set up, which is, I'm looking at it just from the preview, he's on the auditorium stage with the big Dave Chappelle C projected behind him and a fucking couch with nobody else on it, and he's just talking to these kids, with a fucking microphone in his hand. I think he's doing straight up stand-up that's supposed to be an inspirational speech. But man, talk about making yourself the victim. Talk about making everything about yourself. Isn't this for the kids? Why are you doing this? What is going on in this?
No, you're saying that rich people are so disconnected from the everyday people now, you know, right?
It's just such a weird.
No man, is this the same event where he invited Elon over, you know, on stage, right, as well?
Yeah,
right.
I guess.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's just my whole bit about Chappell Rose. I'll be real. I legitimately thought that Chappell Rose was straight up a drag performance name for Dave Chappelle up until the John Mulaney episode.
Did you think he was making music too? Because did you not hear about the music?
I did not hear any about it. I just heard the name being thrown around, and that's it. I just heard that name in like passing, and I never looked for it. I was like, Chappell Rose. Like, what a weird name. I was like, legit, my thought process was like, man, is this related to Dave Chappelle somehow? Right?
I still insist that it's crazier to, like, assume that this is in some way a persona that Dave Chappelle has created as an attempt to make good with the trans community, because that would still be a fucking insane move for him to make.
Look! He'll make their hardship about his hardship.
I know I pissed you all off. I know I pissed you all off, but I'm one of you now. We're cool now, right? I'm just what? Yeah, I'm just pretending to be. Look, I'm just like you guys. I dress up like a. What an insane possibility that it would be. God.